This is Wings, the ultimate destination where women are making an impact, making a difference, and reminding you that the only limitation you have is you. My name is Mason, and I am your convener for Women in Great Skin. See you after the break. Welcome back. Today we have an amazing woman who has made a difference, made an impact, and of course she has been a source of inspiration not just to the young girls, but women around. We have a woman in great skin with us in person of Miss Janet Linus Apeh. Thank you for joining us on Wings today.
Thank you.
All right, let us get to meet you. Who is Janet Linus Apeh? Just
Well,
yeah.
Janet Linus Apeh is someone with a high taste. When I say high taste, I don't mean the lively one. When I talk about high taste, I talk about relationship with women and girls, especially positive women and positive girls. And great women with great impact, knowledge, highly acquainted in the society, and women that are highly respected in the society too. And that's all I have for now.
Okay, that is amazing. All right, would like you to tell us about your upbringing as a child, your early days. If you could just let us in that aspect.
You want to know about my upbringing? My upbringing is not too good because I had a lot of bad experience growing as a child. I was given to my uncle, who is an army officer. There he raised me, and which I faced a lot of trauma.
Trauma?
Such as I experienced sexual harassment from my own cousin, and even to the extent of raping, which up till date, I couldn't tell my parents because it wasn't easy as of then. It's not like this generation that parents give listening ear to their own children. You cannot discuss things about sex or rape with your own parents in those days. There's no way you make them to believe you. So growing up as a child, I faced a lot of trouble in the hands of his wife until luckily I have a rescue, an army officer who rescued me and sent me down back to my parents. And up till when I get married, I am not educated. Why? Because my people, in short, my own people, they believe sending a woman to school is a waste of time. I'm not educated. I was forced into forced marriage at early age of 16. And ever since I got into that marriage, there was no peace. It was one battle to another battle. Finally, God made his own judgment. And my uncle that I'm talking about and my cousin who raped me, finally, let me just say, God answers my prayer. He was shot on a firing squad as an armed robber in Lagos. Because it's something I couldn't bring out. It was after 30-something years I was able to tell my father, and then it was too late. So it has not been easy for me all through. Before finding myself in this position, I now decided to join the queue to be one that would make other women to speak out, other girls to speak out when they are found in this kind of situation. They shouldn't hide it. They have to speak out.
You are someone who is living positive and also living as a mentor mother to others. How can we ask how you got infected?
I don't know how I got infected, but all I can remember is I was down for good 8 months. Today malaria, tomorrow typhoid, next tomorrow pneumonia. Up to the extent I kept fighting this battle. I never believed, why I never took action from early stage is because I never expected that I will be. How? This a girl that was growing up, I did not have boyfriend, no sexual partner. So how comes that today I'm HIV positive, or I will be told that Janet, you are positive, HIV positive. The first time I heard that was in Standard Clinic in Minna. I went there, I did the test. As of then, it was 5,500. I ran the test. I was positive. Instead of him to cancel me, I know there was no much knowledge as of then. The only thing he told me is, Madam, I'm going to admit you with your condition, and what you have to deposit today is 150,000, because the drugs that he's going to give me, he said they are loose drugs, and each container happens to cost 50,000. That I will deposit 150. I say, how on earth, even a dime I don't have in this point in time, and you are telling me I should deposit 150? But I want to know what is really the problem, what is really the illness. He said, no, you don't need to know. That don't worry, I will start treatment from. So I said, okay. The good thing is I'm not the one that brought myself here. My Reverend Father ordered me to go to Standard, and he gave me this money. So please, can you kindly give me the result so that I hand it over to him? He now stapled the result, and which I didn't open it. I took it, the way he stapled it, I took it to my priest. He's a white man. May his soul rest in peace. He's late now. So I took it to him. He opened it. He now said, Janet, you are HIV positive. I know where to send you to. I will send you to Gwagwalada. There's a reverend sister there who I will hand over you to her, and she will take care of you as you're on admission. Lo and behold, I went to Gwagwalada. I was placed on admission for over 2 months. And truly, that reverend sisters and all the matrons I come across, especially there's a one that bears my name. She's also Janet from the northern part of Nigeria. All these persons have been supporting me when I was on admission. Till the day I was discharged, they calculated my bill and somebody paid for it, which I don't know who is that person up to today, because the person said they should not reveal him or her to me. And when I was on admission, the society, they call Society of St. Vincent de Paul, the church has been taking care of me and my 2 kids. So when and my 3 kids, before I lost one in 2024 to this illness, I never knew they are also reactive, because their daddy died of this ailment, even though his people refused to tell me. They were accusing me of infecting him. So when I came back, I found my last born, which is Raymond, in the same situation. I now took him to Gwagwalada. I ran the same test. He's also infected. I said they should place him on treatment. That was in 2007. He started taking treatment at the age of 5 years. Now that boy is 25 years. By November, he'll be 25 years. Both of us are on drugs. It has never been an easy journey for me, with the stigma, self-stigma, societal stigma, family stigma, neighbor stigma. All this, I have to condone it. So in 2014, unexpected happened to me, which I lost my son of 21 years to the cold hands of death. There I hit my chest. I told Angela, I want to join Ashwan. I want to stand for women like me and girls. That was how I joined Ashwan, and I became what I am today. And I started as a volunteer in General Hospital, Minna. That was the time of MSH. I volunteered for 2 years plus without a dime. Later we were sent on training, 3 days training, and they now made me a mentor mother.
That's beautiful.
And which I'm still doing the job of mentor mother, even though the partners we are working with now has somehow, because of what Donald Trump said, we are 1 leg in, 1 leg out.
Okay. All right, that brings us to the question, how do you handle the issue of stigma? Like when it comes to stigma, how do you handle that?
Well, I handle the issue of stigma by telling myself HIV is not a death sentence, and which I will not allow it to be a problem to me. I console myself every now and then. I said, assuming I'm not alive today, I don't know what will become, what will be the outcome of my 2 children that are remaining. And secondly, stigma. You don't need anybody, even though we need orientation and support from people, but you have to start it first with yourself. You have to tell yourself you are strong, you are whom you are, and you have to stand for yourself.
Okay.
You don't allow it to weigh you down.
All right. So where do you get your confidence from, and what inspires you? Because you sound so sure of yourself. And
I got my confidence from the first person that counseled us in Gwagwalada. He's a man. As of then, counseling was not like this. They would tell you straight ahead that, look, if you like, you take the drug. If you like, you don't take it. The day you stop it, you will die. Yes, that was what counseling is all about as of then. They don't pet you, and there's nothing like individual counseling. They do group counseling. You, this, that, you might be up to 100 persons from different places. They will group you people together. They give you time to cry the way you want to cry. You can cry for donkey hours. Once you are done with crying, the counseling begins, and it ends with you people. They will tell you, you are going to die. It is better you check your heart, agree you are going to take this drug. By the time you start this drug, no going back. The moment you go back, you are sending yourself to an early grave. That is the only thing that kills. You starting the drug and stopping it is what kills fast. So it is better you don't even start it than for you to start. But I look at myself, because there are other conditions attached to it. They will tell you, can you be on fruit? This fruit you are talking about, you have to take fruit in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, which is 3 times daily, which I know I'm not buoyant, as I don't have job, nothing. Where do I get money to buy fruit? Morning, afternoon, evening. So they gave me 2 weeks to go and think over it. I was on bed in Gwagwalada. I thought over it. I said, I went and met them. I said, I have made my decision. I want them to place me on drug. Since I cannot afford fruit to stay alive, let me be on this antiretroviral. And that was how I started antiretroviral.
Okay. I would like you to put us through adhering to your medication. Like, how does that help, you know, when you stick to your medication?
When you stick to your medication, it helps a lot. I remember when I started in 2006 taking drugs. The worst thing is, assuming I have a phone, assuming camera phone was buoyant, I will have snapped myself so that I will use it to show people. You see this thing they call breast? Everything dried up. My hair was falling off like somebody that has cancer. So 2 weeks after taking the drugs, there was a difference. 2 months, 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months. I now became, my normal body now came back. I said, wow, that means this drug, we are heading somewhere. I started taking it, getting to 10 years. You know, as human, we have our limitations.
Yes.
I was getting tired gradually. Because then, what we have now is not what we have then. It's a loose combination. And you know, a single tablet is like this. This size.
That big.
You have to pick here, you pick there, 3. I was becoming... I say every day you wake up to see this kind of big, I call it choir. This kind of choir every day. So there's this particular combination they were giving us. It now causes anemia for me. I was having anemia. So unfortunately, my CD4 that is supposed to rise started coming down low, which can attract other opportunistic infections in me.
So those are the effects.
Those are the effects. Luckily, I met Dr. Blessing. He said, thank God we have another new medication now that is on board, which is the Lotogravir, that I should use it for 2 weeks, let's see. And which I use it. After 2 weeks, after a month, I went for my viral load, and my viral load was less than 20 copies. I now accepted my fate. I don't joke with my drugs anymore, but I will not lie to you. As humans, sometimes I get tired. I don't take for 2-3 days, yes. But the only thing I do, I make sure I eat well to cover that space. It doesn't require balanced diet. All it needs is for you to get something to fill your stomach so that it can take the chance of that medication you are taking. Because the medication you are taking, there's a tip of cocaine in that medication. That's why they tell our people, once you're on that medication, you don't need to eat cola, you don't need to smoke. Even if you have to take alcohol, please, it has a limit. And if you are to have intimate with your partner or with your husband, you make sure, if the person is also reactive, you make sure the person's viral load, you know what his or her viral load is. And if it warrants you to use condom, please, you use condom.
Okay. So how do you feel now that you are a voice to help others and also to encourage them as a mentor mother? How does it feel to be in that position now?
I feel good and I'm happy being a mentor mother, but the only challenge is sometimes we need support, which we don't get. The problem we are having, I'm not saying the state are not trying. They are trying, but you know, as Nigerian, we are still Nigerian. This thing belongs to those that are positive. This right is supposed to be given for them. Maybe a training comes up, a positive person is supposed to go for that training. You see them putting their wives and children to go for that training. I remember there's a training we went for. Thank God for wisdom. That doctor said they are going to conduct HIV test on each and everybody sitting in this training hall. That was where we discovered 3 persons were sent, the 2 women were sent by their husbands and a son, that them, they don't even know about HIV. They only tell them to go, and if they are asked, they should say they are positive.
Can you imagine?
And luckily, they sent them away that very day. Why am I saying so? Things that are meant for people that are positive, things that are supposed to be done for them, it is not being channeled to them directly, which they are being denied of. So please, I want to beg my mothers, women that are like me, girls that are like me, they should not look up to that. Let them work on themselves and live a positive life. A life that will be a different life, it will bring a different meaning in their life, a positive meaning in their life.
Okay, that brings us to the question of, if you had the chance to relive your life, what will you do differently?
If I have the chance to live my life.
Relive your life.
To relive my life.
Yes.
What will I do differently?
Absolutely.
Wow. I don't know, honestly. I will not lie to you. But I will go into business and also take care, just set up something like, I won't call it a foundation, but or neither will I call it a rehab, but I will set a small place to keep young girls that are really suffering, those that don't even have a voice to speak for them, those that their family members have thrown them away just because of this. They are on the street moving, nobody to help them, no shelter, no food, no clothes, no schooling. If I'm in a position, I will do that for them.
Okay, what advice will you give to people living without them knowing their status, or people who are living positive and they don't even know? What advice would you give to the general public?
For those that don't know their status, the only advice I can give to such persons is they should try and go to wherever they are doing this program. It mustn't be general hospital. We have one-stop shop, what we call one-stop shop.
Yes.
We have some pharmacy that run this test. We have some TBAs that run this test. They can go there at their own leisure time and do this test for them to know their status. We have a lot of people out there that are positive. They know they are positive, but they have refused automatically to be on drug. And a lot of them are infecting others.
Others without knowing.
Some know. Some know. Do you know why I say some know? I had a case up to now, it's a year plus now. The husband is negative, he's positive, and he went and married a divorcee who is also positive, who she divorced her husband, or she lost the husband through this HIV. They now got married together. Already this man has his first wife at home and children. Only for this woman to come to antenatal, and I tested her. She said never, that it is not her. Right there and there she called the husband, that this is what they found in her. He said no. He said she should come home. They will discuss it later. Oh. The woman said never, that he should meet her in the hospital. He said he's not coming, that let her come back home. They are going to discuss on it. And at the end of the day, she called me 2 days later that the man said yes, it's true. That he's reactive, and he got it from the other lady when he was dating her before she divorced her husband, and he now married her. That she should please find a way in her heart to forgive him. As I'm talking to you up to this moment, this woman have refused to come to the hospital to access drugs. The only thing I did for her, because of the pregnancy, up to date, I've been giving her drug quietly, giving the son drug quietly.
The son too is infected?
No, to prevent, since he's an exposed child. When she delivered, I gave the son nevirapine and zidovudine. Then after 40 days, I put the baby on Septrin. Up till now, he's still on Septrin. And the mother, she just assured me that please, that I should give her time, that she will come. Yes, that she will come for registration so that she will start taking her drugs.
Okay, so now what is your call to the government, especially now that we know how the international community is, and you know the help is from the international community is coming down, is reducing. What is your call to the government, how they can support people living with HIV?
My call to the government is, already they know what we are facing. I remember we made a move, and our chief even wanted to pave a way for us, but we were told, the Niger State government, that is SAPSCA, they asked us to hold on for now, that they're already on the move, that they are making something out of it. So my call to them is, they should please stand firm and do it, not just by saying it, not by preventing us from taking our own action the way we want to take it. We know we don't have strength, we don't have a say, but at least let's cry it out so that they will hear our voice. They know where it pains. We that wear the shoes, we know where it really hurts us. They should try, the government should try, rise up and do something about them handling this program so that our people can survive. I tell you, if Donald Trump if they should really pull out of this program, my people will not survive. A lot of people will not survive because a lot of persons will not be able to get their medication. Not everybody can afford that medication as far as we are concerned. Even for the past 2 months that we have this issue, that some persons are selling this drug to our clients. We know how much it costs them. So please, we are begging, most especially the medication and the viral load is our concern, and the newborn babies, the newly infected ones, we don't know what it will look like. So we are begging the government in their own way, they should help us. They should come to our aid and do something.
Okay, so with that, we would like you to give a final message to the general public, and of course to those people watching us right now and they are living with HIV or they are yet to know their status.
All right. I particularly want to talk to my people out there, those that are already on drugs, especially those that are playing with their medication. Because we have some, for 1 year, they've not come to the clinic to assess their drug. For 6, 7 months, 8 months, 4 months, like on my own table, I have about 30-something IIT. What we mean by IIT is interruption in treatment. I have persons like that. And by the grace of God, if they don't come this period, they will phase them out. That means their name will be deleted from LAMIS. Even if they come back, it will take the grace of God for them to accept them and be giving them medication. So I want to beg them, they should take charge of their life. They should take example of those living with diabetes. They come to the clinic as early as 6:30 to submit their card and be on the line. But our people have been treated specially in a way that they begin to take it for granted that they don't come to the clinic on time. So I really want to beg them, they should put all their effort, commitment in their medication, marry their medication, let it be their husband, let it be their wife, let the medication be their girlfriend, let it be their boyfriend, let it be the God they are seeing on a daily basis. They should not play with their medication. They should not allow themselves to enter into IIT or interruption of treatment. Such persons fall into EAC, which we call adherence counseling. No matter the counseling you do to them, they fail to take it. Just like I mentioned, if you're on this drug, you limit your eating of cola, drinking, because it interacts with the treatment.
Yes.
And by the time you do all this and too much of sex, your viral load begins to rise up.
Okay. All right.
It rises up.
All right.
So I really want to beg them to take charge of their life. And for those that even know their status and they have denied to come to the clinic to assess their medication, I am begging them. HIV is not a death sentence.
Absolutely.
So they should try and make a move so that it will be a positive change in our lives.
All right. That's it, folks. You've heard it from the coordinator of Association of Women Living with HIV, Madam Janet Linus Apeh. Thank you so much for joining us on Women with Great Skin. I'm sure your story is very inspiring to me, and I'm sure anyone watching this right now would be inspired by your story, and it would definitely make a difference in their lives. All right, you've heard it, folks. Make a difference, be the difference, and of course, it is not a death sentence. You can make the best out of your life, and your story can be the difference in someone's life. This is Women in Great Skin Wings. My name is Mason. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more episodes to come your way.
I'm Janet Linus Apeh, Ashwan Coordinator, Niger State. That is what the meaning of Ashwan is Association of Women Living with HIV and AIDS, and a mentor mother supporting positive mothers and girls in the clinic too. I am a woman in great skin.